Digital courses are a great way to make a significant amount of money, and it's a way to take what you already know and what you're already good at, put it into a course and sell it. And in today's episode, I'm going to tell you how to create the perfect course in the next 30 days and make it profitable. So I have been a course creator for the last 10 years. My very first course launched 10 years ago. And since then, I have made millions of dollars, selling digital courses, but not just selling the courses, but getting people to have success through these courses. And so I wanted to tell you the process that I think that you should go through if you want to create your first course. Now, it is important to understand that there is going to be some layers when it comes to creating the perfect course, and there are stages, okay? Now, because the last thing you want to do is just create a course to just make money. No, you want to create a course that is valuable for the people that are going to purchase it, and that people are able to get some type of transformation as a result of enrolling inside of your course. Okay. So I don't want you to just think about this as a way to get a money grab, make money or whatever. You want to think about, yes, you're going to make money, but people in some way, form or fashion in their lives, their businesses or something are going to have a transformation as a result of enrolling in your course. Okay. So I've got 8 different things that you need to do to launch your first course. And let's go ahead and get into them. They're very, very powerful. And I'm not going to hold anything back. So make sure you have your pen and paper ready. And then if you haven't already done so here on YouTube, make sure you hit subscribe to the channel. That way you know every single time we have a new video. And then hit the notification bell, because then it'll notify you every single time a video pops up. All right. So one of the first things you're going to want to do is you're going to want to test your idea first. Okay. Test your idea first. What does that mean? Now, what you're probably thinking is that you have something that you want to turn into a course, which is amazing. But the last thing you want to do is film this whole course, do all this editing and do all the things to make this course successful, launch it, and nobody likes it. Like, that would be the worst thing to ever do. Okay. I know plenty of people that have done that. And so the first thing you want to do is you want to test this idea. Now, how can you test this idea? First, talk to your audience, okay? Talk to your audience in your story, use polls, talk to your audience on, regular posts on social media, talk to your audience on email and see what exactly it is that they are struggling with, what exactly it is that they want to learn from you with, okay? Because until you have that data, you don't really know if this course that you're trying to create is what they're looking for, okay? But also, one of the things you could be doing is, like, let's just say you do consulting. If you do consulting, then ask yourself, what are the top 10 things that people keep asking you over and over and over again when they have a consulting call with you? But also, you can go to your content on social media and say, what are the top 10 things that people keep asking me over and over and over again? Because the more you can see what your audience is asking for, they are telling you that they are looking for that particular offer in some type of way. Okay. Now, once you have that, then what you also can do is you can go to social media and you can say, I'm thinking about offering this, this, or this. What would you be most interested in? It's going to be very telling when they tell you, we want this. If you can see like 80% of people say we want this, then you've got an amazing idea for a course. The second thing you want to do is you want to go ahead and you want to plan your course structure, okay? Because one, is going to be easy for you to follow as you're filming and all that type of stuff, but you also want to structure it in a way where you're giving people the basics at the beginning and then the most advanced things at the end. Why is that? Because you have to make sure you're giving people, like, you're guiding them through the trajectory of what they're learning, right? For example, if I wanted to learn how to grow my hair to my waist, right? Well, the woman can't start with me in terms of how to style my hair. The person has to talk with me about nutrition. Okay, like what's going in my body will project what's going to happen on the outside, right? Then it had to go to, okay, what is my hair type? What is my scalp? Is it dry? Is it oily? All those types of things. Am I on any kind of medication? All that type of stuff in order to really figure out how to take me to waist-length hair. So you've got to uncover some things. So like for me, I have a course and it's called Vertical Video Mastery, and I'm teaching people how to master vertical video, Instagram Reels, and TikTok. And the first part of the course is not me teaching them CapCut editing. It's not me teaching them how to go viral. It's making sure that they have their niche in place and that they have their offers in place, right? Why? Because if they're going to have great videos, they obviously want to make money from those videos. And so I'm making sure they have their niche, their brand in place, their messaging in place, so that when I start teaching them how to create great content, they already have the messaging, they have the audience, and then I can teach them all the things. So you want to outline, okay, what are the top 6 main big bullet points that I want to cover in this course, okay? And then you list them out. Then you want to organize them and go, okay, which one should be first, second, third, or what have you, right? Then you can go to each one of those big bullet points and you can turn them into individual, like subtopics, submodules or whatever. And that's going to let you know how to film the rest of that, okay? Because I made a mistake years ago when I filmed a course and I gave them different things at the wrong time and it wasn't a great experience for them. And of course I redid it, gave them the brand new course and all that type of stuff, but I had to learn the hard way by doing it the wrong way. And I'm trying to give you the game so that you can avoid some of that. The third thing you want to do is when it's time for you to start filming this course, you've got to keep the content creation simple, okay? Because most times people don't have this huge production team that's filming their content, scripting it, teleprompters and all that type of stuff. You got to keep it simple for yourself, okay? So here's how I do. When I am filming my course, right, in advance, I have all of my bullet points, okay, of what I'm going to be talking about. The main module, I have the individual videos that I'm going to film. I have the bullet points for those individual videos. And then if I have things to do, calls to action, or I have homework, I have all of that listed on the screen already, right? But also what I try to do is I try to have my folders ready for me to upload those videos. What does that mean? So inside of Vertical Video Mastery, I talk to them about CapCut editing. So in my tool, I have a folder that says Vertical Video Mastery, module 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever. Module 6, it says CapCut. Then I have the individual folders on the inside of that so that once I have filmed that video about CapCut, I am just able to trim it and I'm able to upload it into that folder. What does that do? Now, when it's time to actually put that course into the course platform, everything's already organized. I'm not having to reorganize it because I already did it in the beginning. Is it work on the front end? Yes. But will you be very thankful that you did all this front end stuff before you filmed this course, edited this course, and launched this course? Yes, you will. The fourth thing you want to do is you want to price this course for the value and not your time. Now, more than likely, this course is going to take you some time to create and all that type of stuff. And you're going to want to charge all this money for that course. And I completely understand it. But you have to understand that there is a market for a thing, right? So my course right now is $1,197. Is it worth $5,000? Of course it is, right? But will my students pay $5,000 for this course? Probably not, right? And so I am going, okay, what is the value? What are people going to get on the inside of this course? How is it going to transform their lives? And of course, how much do I want to get paid from this course, right? So you want to go, okay, here is how much money you want to get paid from this course, right? Especially if this course is going to be like evergreen, meaning people can buy it at any time. You can kind of price it in the middle or whatever you want to price it at, okay? Knowing that you're going to do it one time and you can sell it over and over and over again, okay? So don't price yourself out by being too high. Don't price yourself too low and don't make the money you should make, but really look at what is the value, right? And then price it there and then start selling it. The fifth thing you want to do is as you start the process of getting ready to launch this course, you've got to figure out your strategy, okay? You've got to figure out what your strategy is. And a lot of times, if you are doing an evergreen course, an evergreen means where people can buy it and they can just buy it at any time, then typically there isn't no urgency with that, any urgency with that. But what you can do is you can do some creative things, okay? For example, let's just say you watch this video today and I say, I've got this course called Vertical Video Mastery and it's an evergreen course. People can buy it anytime, right? But in the video, if I say, okay, so the course is normally $597, but if you purchase it in the next, 3 days, you're going to get $200 off. Click this link below, right? Well, what I can do is I can set up a system, right? With my tool, with my course to where when you go to a link, it's telling you it is $397 for the next 72 hours, right? And a whole automated system can be in place to where now you've clicked that link and guess what? Now you can buy that course for the next 3 days for $200 off. But if you go beyond those 2 days, you can no longer buy that course at full price because, at the discounted price, because you already clicked the link and the link is only letting you buy it for the discount, for full price if you didn't buy it in time for the 72-hour, discount or whatever, right? Now, that's a little bit more advanced in order to do that, but you can do that and it works extremely well because it creates urgency, right? So I have a 3-day Post to Profits challenge that's happening on Monday, September 8th, 9th, and 10th, right? And one of the things that we're offering on the inside of this challenge is we have my course, Vertical Video Mastery. And the students that are inside the challenge, they're gonna get a discount for a period of time to join Vertical Video Mastery, right? Like just for a period of time. And then once that period of time is over with, they will go back to full price. So there is the urgency of them enrolling in Vertical Video Mastery during the challenge period, because if they don't, they're going to pay an additional $200 along with everybody else. So I'm creating urgency with that, and you can do the exact same. The sixth thing you want to do when you're talking about launching a course is that you've got to have a lead generation system. Okay. So yes, you're going to run ads. If you can, you're going to run ads to your product, which is great, right? But we also recommend that you do some things that gets people onto your email list, right? So one of the things that I do is I have free webinars that are replays. I have downloadable PDFs. I have a series of different things that I can offer people complimentary. And so I have 150 viral hooks, right? And so if I offer people those 150 viral hooks, they're going to get them. It's going to be beneficial to them, right? And so it's going to get them onto my email list. Now, when you're launching your course, you want multiple ways to sell to people. You want to be able to do organic marketing. You want to do paid marketing, text messaging if you want to, but you also want to do email marketing. But if nobody's on your email list, you can't market to them. But if you're offering people complimentary things to join your list, right, then now you've got a list of people to be able to offer. So you can do a downloadable PDF, you can do an ebook, you can do a course, you can do a webinar, you can do a quiz. There's a series of different things you can do, but you want to be able to have that organic marketing strategy because paid is great. And I think you should definitely be doing that. You could be doing live stream and organic content, but you also want to have some type of automatic campaign that is working on your behalf, right? So all the time, we'll find ourselves making money on a daily basis. And it is because someone has come through our automated funnel and it's upselling them into a paid product. And it really, really helps you once you have these courses. And so the seventh thing that I have here is kind of what I was just talking about, is having an email system. Okay. Now, what does that mean as an email system? Okay. So today, let's just say you go to my website, KenyaKelly.com/challenge, and you decide you want to join my 3-day Post to Profits challenge. Great. Welcome to the challenge. So what happens is that you go to the website, you put in your name and email address, you pay $7, and then our email system is going to talk to you. It's going to send you a confirmation email about the challenge, and it's going to give you a series of different things through that process, right? And then when we have our course and you buy the course, it's going to give you a login information for that course. It's going to give you weekly reminder emails about the course, our live calls, all that type of stuff, because we have our email system set up, okay? Because when people are buying your course, you don't want to have to manually do anything when someone buys your course. You want people to be able to buy it while you're sleeping, while you're eating, while you're doing whatever it is you're doing, and they're able to access everything no problem, okay? So you have to have a simple email system set up. So I use Kit for my email system. I'll put an affiliate link here at the bottom. If you want to join, you can join for free to get started, and then you can upgrade as you want to. But we have an affiliate with them, and it pays us like maybe $3 or something like that. But I definitely will have it here in the description. But you want to be able to have an email system to deliver to people the product that you have, and to be able to do those follow-ups. And then the 8th thing you want to do is you want to execute a launch like a pro. Now, I will say launching a digital course normally is a little bit intense, okay? Especially you're doing it for the first time. You're learning how to have all these systems in place. You're learning how to reach your market, your audience, through paid ads, through organic, through email, and all that type of stuff. but it is worth it. So one of the things I like to do is I like to have an a paid ad campaign running that way. That's working on my behalf. I don't have to do anything, but I also have emails that are already automatically written out that's talking to people. Okay, I want to have, short videos that are doing what they're doing, my YouTube channel, and I have all these different things that are happening all at the same time. And so that's how to launch like a pro. You got to have a series of different things that are working on your behalf, right? Because there's only so much you can do, and you don't want to constantly be doing everything because it's overwhelming. And you got to be able to talk to your audience. You got to be able to sell if you're going to use live stream or whatever, content creation. You've got to be able to have all those things in place, okay? So it's not hard, it's just tedious and a long list of things, okay? So if you're saying to yourself, wow, this was valuable, I want to launch my first course, let me know here in the comments here on YouTube. I would love to be able to assist you. And then if you want to join our 3-day Post to Profits Challenge, I'm going to be teaching you how to create content that pays. Whether you want to be an influencer content creator or you want to sell your products or services, I'm going to be teaching you for 3 straight days how to post content and actually make money from it, okay? So you just want to go to KenyaKelly.com/challenge, or the link is here in the description, and I cannot wait to work with you in the challenge.